Hey guys, this is my beautiful Birkin philodendron in this Kokedama. That is this beautiful moss ball. Now, I've had this plant living in this moss ball for well over a year, and the time has finally come to repot this, which means cutting open this Kokedama to repot this beautiful philodendron. So if you're into all of that, plus some care tips and a whole bunch more, stay tuned. If you're interested in learning more about the Japanese art of Kokedama, check out the video that I made right here. So sadly, this beautiful Birkin cannot live in this moss ball forever. Now, like I said, I've had it living in this for almost 2 years, about a year and a half actually to be exact, and it's growing like crazy, and the roots are just going to be very constrained in this tight-knit Kokedama, so I need to bust this open, which I have no idea what it's going to look like inside, and then I'll be able to repot this in a new home. I'm going to be sharing everything you need to know, including care tips for this plant, as well as the soil mix that I'm going to be using, and yeah. Let's check out what these freaky deaky roots are gonna look like, and let's get this thing cut open. Thanks for checking out this video. I'm Tyler, and if you like what you're seeing or you find this video to be useful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, or better yet, hit that subscribe button to really show me some love. Click on the bell for alerts and notifications for future content, and don't forget to check out my merch store, tylermossop.com. All right, guys, so as it stands right now, there is a ton of rope, fishing wire, and string, and that's all bound together to keep this beautiful Kokedama in its place. And sadly, that's what I'm going to have to use some scissors and cut through to very carefully remove this plant, this Birkin, from this moss ball. All right, guys, with a clean pair of scissors, I'm going to start the very tedious process of kind of cutting through all of the rope, fishing wire, fishing line, and string to very carefully reveal the insides of this Kokedama and the root system for my beautiful Birkin. All right, so that just about takes care of the rope. Now onto the fishing line. All right, so a little update here. I've cut around the circumference of the Kokedama. Now I just have to kind of very carefully peel back all of this string and fishing line. Ooh. Oh. All right, guys, this is epic. So guys, here are the roots. Now, this isn't as much as of a developed sort of root system as I thought it would be, considering how long this has been living in that Kokedama, but I'm also really excited that it's out of that so that the roots can get some aeration, breathability. They aren't looking, you know, horrible, but they aren't looking like the healthiest roots either. All right, so I'm going to be repotting my Birkin, Philodendron Birkin, in this terracotta pot and saucer. This is a 7-inch terracotta pot, and it does have a drainage hole at the base, which is perfect. Now, originally I was going to be using a little bit of a larger container, but because the root system's pretty small, I think this smaller size terracotta pot is the right way to go. All right, guys, this is the soil mix I'm going to be using. I have about 2 parts peat moss to 1 part of this bark mix, and in this bark mix there is basically some medium and fine grade bark with some chunks of horticultural charcoal, as well as some perlite. Now, I did run out of my perlite, so I did go ahead and add a little bit of vermiculite to this mix as well, but basically that's it. All right, so I'm pretty happy with how this all potted up. I think this is the perfect pot size. The 7-inch terracotta pot will work just perfectly for my Birkin. Now I have to say, as much as I love Kokedama and how much I loved having this in a Kokedama, I think this plant is going to be a lot happier, especially the roots in this new setup, in this new home, in just a regular container. So I'm pretty excited to see how this will grow and thrive and flourish in its new home. So let's touch on care tips for philodendron, and let me go through all of that really quickly. So in terms of watering your Philodendron Birkin, you're gonna wanna do that when the topsoil is dry to the touch, and then you can go ahead and give it a good watering. Obviously, this is a function of light, and in the summer and growing months, you could probably do that a little bit more frequently, probably once a week, and then you want to, cut back on your watering during the winter months because it's obviously receiving, or not obviously, but in my case, it receives less light in that period. And it's a good idea to fertilize your philodendron. So I did go ahead and actually I added some slow release pearls to this soil mix. So it has a good fertilization source, which is great. In terms of light, philodendron, including the Birkin, do love dapple light. If you can't give your Birkin dapple light, go ahead and make sure it gets really good, bright, indirect light. And all that means is just insetting your plant or offsetting it. For my case, from a south-facing window, about 3 or 4 feet inside. Inside of that is just perfect. I think I'm touching on everything. Oh yeah, last but not least, humidity. It is a good idea to have some humidity for your philodendron, especially your Birkin, so that will do wonders as well. All right guys, let me know what you think about me removing this Birkin from the Kokedama. Did I do it too soon? Did I do it too late? What do you think? Leave a comment down below. But I'm really happy with how this is looking and how it turned out in this new pot. Thanks for checking out this video. Oh yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, or better yet, hit that subscribe button. Miss you guys already. Until the next one.